Today's adventure begins and ends right at the hotel. The shore diving in Cozumel is generally pretty amazing. Basically, you just step into the water, and right there offshore you have lobster, eels, skates, fish, urchins, corals, pretty much everything that you hope to see on a regular dive. Once you get offshore, you can start enjoying the amazing visibility Cozumel is famous for, and start interacting with the wildlife, as is my favorite thing to do: find the nearest skate and poke them. Skates thoroughly enjoy this kind of experience, and they don't mind being disturbed from their resting spot that they work so hard to find at all. They just love being chased, as I will demonstrate now. I've often thought of tying a couple of these things to my feet and seeing if they could propel me around. I think that would be fun. For me, not so much for them. Now, cleverly hidden under this rock here is a spotted eel. The gaping jaw you can see there coming out from underneath the rock. They're pretty good at hiding. This is the first of 6 eels that I encountered on this one dive. Now here we go with one of those rarely seen moments of Scott on film. Yay, Scott on film. And there it was. Now I stealthily approach this school of small yellow snapper to see if they need to be bothered. One of the many great things about diving in Cozumel is the abundance of sea life, and you can see that there are many different species that interact quite peaceably together. The depth of the water here is only about 20-25 feet, and we're just below the pier where the boats come to pick us up to take us out to deeper dives. These strange round objects here are actually part of the artificial reef system that they have started to instill in Mexico, so that smaller fish have a place to hide. This next little piece of footage demonstrates that lobsters are whores. If you look below the sea anemone there, you can see that there is a lobster hiding just below the sea anemone. Under this next rock, there's a pufferfish occupying a hole with yet another lobster. So, lobster will bed down with anybody. another one of my favorite delicious creatures to run into while I'm in the ocean is the flounder. And as you can see, this flounder has camouflaged himself almost white to match the sand. And they're pretty quick to get away. If you notice the two bulging objects on the top of his head, that's his eyeballs, and one of the few flat fish that has both eyeballs on one side of its body. Now right here you can see that we've got quite a bunch of lobster in a hole under an anemone, some sponges, some corals, and in the hole there's also a sea urchin. So, you know, it's got to be nice to have an exoskeleton on the outside that protects you from what to other animals would be stinging creatures. Now here this lobster is going to demonstrate his defense mechanism by charging out and trying to stab me with his little spines. Now, as under most large objects to be found on the bottom of the ocean, this large object has an abundance of lobster underneath it. There's probably 40 or 50 lobster underneath this one solid block of concrete, and they all look so delicious. Now, fortunately for them, I am a turista, so I was not allowed to bring any butter with me. Otherwise, these guys could have had a much worse day. And continuing with our tour of aquarium fish, this would be a rockfish, a fish much sought after in the aquarium trade. And another favorite fish of mine, the French angel. They're quite beautiful as juveniles and also as adults. There I go, taking another swim through under the pier there, and there's some nice red snapper mixed with yellow snapper. Also delicious fish. Hey, look who's back again. My buddy the skate. He must have missed me, so he came back in for another pass by, just to make sure I was enjoying my dive. And now at the end of our dive, all we have to do is just climb up this ladder, get out of the pool, so to speak, and walk right back to our rooms. Diving at Cozumel is a wonderful, wonderful experience.